Imagine this, you swing your legs out of bed like you've done for decades. But what if I told you that simple move could be quietly damaging your knees, hips, and back every single morning? Doctors know it, but hardly anyone talks about it, and thousands of seniors are paying the price in pain, stiffness, and dangerous falls. Today we're exposing the hidden mistake almost every senior makes, and the surprising, safer way to rise that can change your mornings, your confidence, and even your independence forever. You might think your favorite chair is harmless. After all, it's where you read the morning paper, sip your tea, or catch a Sunday ball game. But what if I told you that same chair, the one that's supposed to comfort you, could be quietly stealing your strength every single day? I know, it sounds dramatic, but let's look at what's really happening. Take Sylvia from Richmond. She's 74, bright as the sun, used to walk her dog every morning without fail. But over the last year she started skipping walks. Not because of the dog. Not because of her health, at least not on paper. It was her living room recliner. Sounds silly, right? But it was too deep, too soft, and low enough to turn standing into a full-body struggle. She told me, I started sitting longer because I dreaded getting up. The result? Her legs weakened. Her balance wobbled. She fell twice getting out of that chair. Twice. And she's not alone. We visited a few homes across Florida and found something startling. Nearly every single living room had at least one chair that we nicknamed the trap. Not because it looked dangerous, but because it felt so good you didn't want to move, and then when you had to move, you couldn't. Not without grunting, rocking, or calling for help. But here's the kicker. It's not about the chair itself. It's about what happens to your muscles when you consistently struggle to get out of it. Your body adapts, and not in a good way. It says, well, I guess we don't need strong thighs anymore. So it stops maintaining them. That's how strength disappears silently. You don't need a fancy gym to stay mobile. You just need better tools at home. One of the simplest fixes? Chair risers. They lift your favorite seat just a few inches, but the difference it makes is like night and day. You go from pushing and twisting to simply standing gracefully with your spine aligned and your legs engaged. It's almost like your body says, that's better. Thanks for the help. Another small change? Angled seat cushions. They tilt your hips forward ever so slightly, making it easier for your center of gravity to shift when you stand. Sylvia switched to one last fall. Within a few weeks, she said she started walking again, not miles, just around the block. But to her, that was miles. Let me ask you something. Do you have a chair that's hard to get out of? One that makes you pause before standing up? So tell me in the comments. Just type the word chair and hit enter. You'd be surprised how many others feel the same way. And when we see each other speaking up, it reminds us we're not alone in this. Now, I'm not saying throw out your recliner. Heck no. Comfort matters. But there's a difference between comfort and compromise. And you deserve both, ease and mobility. The right support tools aren't about giving up. They're about taking back what age has slowly chipped away, your independence. Even something as small as keeping a sturdy cane by your bedside, or having a grab bar near your favorite chair, sends a powerful message to your brain, we've got this covered. And that security? It frees you up to do more, not less. I met Harold, a former firefighter from Tulsa, who proudly showed me how he installed a motion-assisted lift cushion in his favorite armchair. He said, I call it my launch pad. And you know what? He wasn't embarrassed, he was proud. Because he didn't wait for a fall. He made the change before one could happen. That's the mindset I want for all of us. Not fear, not shame, but readiness. And I get it, we grow up learning to tough things out. To just deal with it. But there comes a time when being tough means being smart. When choosing support means choosing freedom. If this is striking a chord, go ahead and share this video with a friend or family member who might be struggling with their own trap chair. You could be saving them from a painful moment they never saw coming. So tomorrow morning or the next time you sit down to watch the news or read your book, I want you to notice, how does your chair feel when you get up? And more importantly, how do you feel? Because that small everyday motion, it's not just a motion, it's a signal, a choice, a chance to take care of the body that's carried you this far. You deserve ease, you deserve strength, and you deserve a home that supports both. You're doing better than you think. And these small changes, they're not signs of weakness, they're signs of wisdom. Let's keep walking forward, together. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of these empowering messages. We're building something beautiful here at Everyday Seniors, and it wouldn't be the same without you. You ever notice how the smallest things cause the biggest problems? Not the dramatic moments like slipping on ice or missing a step. I'm talking about the quiet, repetitive movements you've done for years, decades even, that suddenly start hurting, and you don't know why. One of the most overlooked culprits? The way we move first thing in the morning. Now imagine this. It's 5:45 a.m. The sun's not up yet and your room is still cool. You're halfway between dreaming and waking. And you do what you've done for most of your life. Toss the covers, swing both legs off the bed, twist your upper body, lean forward, and push yourself upright in one single clunky motion. No thought, no support, no preparation. Sound familiar? That one moment, so automatic you don't even think about it, might be quietly chipping away at your body's stability. We spoke to Dr. Marcus Evans, a physical therapist who's worked with veterans and seniors in Atlanta for over 20 years. He told us, it's not the age, it's the angle. The angle your spine takes when you twist and shove upward from a flat mattress is exactly what compresses your lower back discs and puts sudden pressure on your knees. And if your blood pressure dips while you're lying down, like it often does for older adults, standing too fast in this position can cause a moment of dizziness. That's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. 1 second of imbalance and suddenly you're reaching for furniture or catching yourself on a wall. I remember Edna from Sacramento. She's 77, lives alone, and told me she used to dread the mornings, not because she didn't feel grateful to wake up, but because getting up made her feel fragile. Like the moment she stood, her body wasn't fully awake yet. She had no energy and worse, no confidence. She said, I felt like I had to talk myself into standing. That's not how it should be. What's happening to people like Edna is a silent decline. Not because they're unhealthy, but because no one ever taught them how to adjust these tiny habits with age. And here's the truth. Those early morning motions matter more than we realize. The body wakes up slower after 60. Your joints aren't as lubricated. Your blood circulation is just picking up. And your muscles, especially in the core and thighs, need a few gentle cues before they're ready to move. So why are we treating ourselves like machines? Let me paint you a picture. You wouldn't slam your car into gear before the engine warms up, right? So why are we doing that to our bodies every morning? We need to slow down, warm up, and move with intention. Start by doing a simple scan before you even sit up. Wiggle your fingers. Rotate your ankles. Take a deep breath. Then and only then roll onto your side, slowly with purpose. Place both feet on the floor before pushing up with your hands. Let your legs do some of the work, but keep your back out of the effort. Don't launch. Don't twist. Takes 15 seconds longer, sure. But those seconds could save you weeks or months of injury. We had a subscriber from Omaha write in just last week. His name is Frank. He's 83 and after watching one of our mobility videos, he started changing the way he gets up. Just that. Nothing else. 2 weeks later, he emailed us and said, I can't explain it, but I don't feel the usual snap in my back anymore. And I haven't grabbed the nightstand for balance in days. That's the kind of quiet transformation we live for. And hey, let's be honest. Some of us rush in the morning because we're afraid. We're afraid of how long it might take to stand. We're afraid of needing help. We don't want to feel like a burden or feel weak. But listen to me, slowing down doesn't make you weaker. It makes you wiser. more in control, more prepared. And if you've ever struggled to stand in the morning, if your knees pop, if your back tightens, if your breath catches, drop a comment below and just type, "I feel this." Because you're not alone. Thousands of others are waking up to the same challenge. And when we share it, we take the power back from that silent shame. One woman, Linda from Chicago, told us her whole mindset shifted once she added a grab bar beside her bed. She said it wasn't just about balance. It was about dignity. She felt in control again. She said, "It's like I stopped bracing for disaster and started preparing for strength." Isn't that beautiful? It's not always about flashy fixes or complicated therapy. Sometimes, it's about treating your body with the kindness it deserves. Especially first thing in the morning when everything feels a little slower, a little heavier, a little more vulnerable. So next time you open your eyes, take that extra breath. Do that little stretch. And get up like someone who knows their body is worth protecting. Because it is. And if this message hit home for you, if it reminded you of your own mornings, or maybe your parents or spouses, go ahead and share this video with them. These changes don't just help. They heal. You deserve a body that feels strong when you rise. And it starts with how you rise. We're not just teaching techniques here. We're building dignity one morning at a time. Here's what no one tells you. The real danger isn't just falling out of bed. It's the slow, invisible damage happening every single day before your feet even hit the floor. See, by the time most seniors notice a real problem, like a pulled muscle, aching knees, or a fall that lands them in the ear, it didn't start that morning. It started weeks, months, even years earlier, in those tiny, unconscious moments we all ignore. But here's the good news. That also means the solution doesn't require some huge, scary overhaul. In fact, it starts with one simple shift that most people over 60 have never been shown. We talked to Dr. Elaine Harper again, a senior mobility expert with more than 30 years of experience, and she said something that stopped me cold. She said, "Most seniors are standing up like they're still 30, and their joints are paying the price." She's right. Your body at 65, 70, 80, it's not fragile, but it's different. And it's smart to work with it, not against it. So let me show you what she taught us. Instead of yanking yourself upright from your back or using momentum like you're late for the bus, she recommends a small, intentional routine that changes everything. You begin by rolling gently onto your side, knees slightly bent, arms close to your body. Let your legs dangle over the edge of the bed. Keep your chest facing sideways. Then here's the key. Push yourself up with your arms, not your core. That one detail makes all the difference. Your arms help you upright while your spine stays neutral and your legs stay grounded. And suddenly your knees aren't doing the heavy lifting. Your lower back isn't twisting. You're upright, steady, and your body is calm. We saw this in real life with Tom, a 74-year-old former mechanic in Houston. He told us that for years he powered through mornings like he was still under a car hood. His knees ached, his back would seize up, and he chalked it up to just getting older. Then one morning he tried Dr. Harper's side roll method. That was 6 months ago. He hasn't used his cane since. You should have seen his face when he told us. Eyes wide, voice strong, full of something I hadn't seen in a while. Pride. This is what I want for you. Because the goal isn't just to avoid injury. The goal is to feel capable again. And listen, if you're thinking, but I've already had back surgery, or my knees are bone on bone, I hear you. That's real. But even then, changing how you move can still reduce your pain, protect your balance, and give you back a sense of control. And that, more than anything, is what seniors tell us they miss. Control. The power to stand on your own. To move without bracing. To trust your body again. That starts with a new morning habit. One that respects your age and honors your strength. And look, I know it's easy to tune out advice when you've lived through so much already. You survived the 70s without seatbelts. You drank out of hoses. You grew up when doctors still made house calls. You know how to tough it out. But maybe now is the time to stop toughing it out. Maybe now is the time to move smarter, not harder. Because that's not weakness. That's wisdom. And if you've ever felt frustrated with your body, if you've stood up and had to grab the dresser just to stay upright, hit that subscribe button right now. Because this channel is where we talk about things that matter to us, not just what the world thinks seniors should care about. We're here to age boldly, move wisely, and live on our terms. And here's something else. There's no shame in using tools. Grab bars aren't a sign of weakness. Cushion risers on your chairs don't mean you've given up. They're just common sense. It's like putting a railing on your porch. You're not planning to fall. You're planning not to. Same goes for your body. One of our viewers, June from Tallahassee, shared that her daughter installed a motion assist chair in her living room. June fought it at first, said it made her feel old, but now, she says it's her favorite seat in the house. It doesn't make me feel old. It makes me feel free. That's what these changes do. They give you back your freedom. Not all at once. Not with a magic fix. But piece by piece with every smart habit you choose. Starting tomorrow morning. So the next time you feel that urge to jump out of bed in one go, remember this. Your body isn't slow, it's wise. And it's asking for a little more care, so it can carry you further. And if that shift in perspective made you feel even a little bit lighter, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Not just for me, for you. For every strong step you're taking one morning at a time. You are not fragile. You are not fading. You are evolving. And evolution takes intention. Let's move forward with wisdom. Here's something you don't hear in the doctor's office, and certainly not in commercials for fancy mobility gadgets. Your furniture might be quietly working against you. That recliner you love, the one you saved up for, picked out with care, maybe even fell asleep in more than once, might be doing more harm than good. Not because it's broken, not because it's old, but because it was never designed for your body today. In a recent home safety check conducted by a nonprofit senior wellness group in Jacksonville, Florida, they found that nearly 60% of the chairs in senior households were what experts call silent strainers. That means they're either too soft, too deep, too low, or angled in a way that makes standing up a small battle every time. Now think about that. You sit down to rest, and when you try to get up, your knees scream, your back tightens, and you feel like you're trapped. And worse? If you're around others, you hesitate to ask for help, so you push and twist your body in ways that just pile on more stress. That's not comfort. That's sabotage in disguise. A gentleman named Henry from Sacramento told us something I'll never forget. He said, "I started avoiding visits to my daughter's house. Her couch was so low, I needed 2 tries to get up. One day my grandson saw me struggle and I saw the worry in his eyes. That was it for me." It wasn't the physical strain that hurt Henry most, it was the loss of dignity. But that's where the hidden power of smart upgrades comes in. And no, we're not talking about expensive furniture makeovers or home renovations. We're talking about tiny changes that restore strength, comfort, and control. Start with risers. Those simple plastic or wooden supports you can place under a chair or couch leg to raise its height by a few inches. It might not sound like much, but that little lift can mean the difference between pushing yourself up with effort and rising smoothly with confidence. Add a firm cushion. Something with structure that doesn't sink in like quicksand. Your thighs should sit at a slight downward angle, not flat and definitely not below your knees. And don't be afraid to strategically place a sturdy armrest or a grab bar near your favorite chair. It's not about making your home look medical. It's about making it work for you. Let me ask you something. Would you keep driving a car that made you strain just to climb out of the seat every day? No. Then why should your living room chair be any different? That's the kind of thinking we need more of, not just at 60 or 70 or 85, but every age beyond the rush and hustle of youth. The age where every action counts and comfort isn't luxury, it's fuel for a better life. If this is resonating with you, drop a comment below with the word freedom. Let's see how many of us are quietly craving comfort with dignity. Let's open up that conversation for real. Because this is about more than physical movement. It's about emotional strength. When your body moves with ease, your mind relaxes. You say yes to things again. Church events, family barbecues, even simple walks in the park, because you're not busy calculating every sit, stand, or stare in your day. And don't forget, it's not just the chairs. It's the bed height, the toilet seat, the car door grip. These are the real battlegrounds of senior independence. And every one of them can be upgraded, adapted, or rethought to serve you better. Your environment should be your ally, not your obstacle. I spoke with a retired teacher named Gloria in Asheville, North Carolina. She said the proudest moment of her year wasn't a birthday or a trip. It was when she finally stood up from her reading chair without holding onto the coffee table. She said, "That one small moment made me feel 20 years younger. Not because I was faster, but because I felt in control." That's what this video is about. Not perfection, not youth, but strength with grace. Every chair you rise from easily is one more reason to smile. Every morning you stand up without pain is one more day filled with promise. And hey, if this advice feels like a little gift today, pass it on. Share this video with someone you care about, a parent, a friend, a neighbor. You never know who's secretly dreading their next stand-up, because everyone deserves to rise with ease. We're not here just to age. We're here to age well, with tools, with wisdom, with each other. And if you're starting to see that, you're already ahead of the curve. So here we are. You sitting in your home, maybe on that very chair that creaks a little when you shift, or maybe still lying in bed, debating whether your knees will cooperate this morning. Let me tell you something you might not hear often enough. You are not broken. You are not weak. You're just living in a body that's been through life, and no one ever taught you how to honor it properly. Think about that. We were taught how to brush our teeth, how to tie our shoes, maybe even how to drive a stick shift. But whoever taught us how to get out of bed the right way after 60? Who explained that our furniture might need to change when our balance does? Who said it's okay to install a grab bar and still feel proud, strong even? Here's the truth most seniors never hear. You didn't fail. The system did. And now that you know, you get to do something about it. You get to rise differently tomorrow. Side roll first, feet grounded, hands steady. You get to notice which chairs lift you up and which ones drag you down, and make changes. You get to move your body in a way that protects it, not punishes it. And you get to feel good doing it. There's something deeply powerful about that. Not just physically, but emotionally. Because every time you stand up with strength, you're reclaiming more than just balance. You're reclaiming your independence, your confidence, your right to move through the world with ease, not fear. One woman from Omaha, Nebraska told us she started using the side roll technique just 2 weeks ago. She said, "It sounds silly, but I feel more in control of my mornings. I'm not bracing myself. I'm moving through them. That's not silly. That's freedom. And I want that for you too." So if this video gave you even one helpful idea, if something clicked, or if you felt seen in any way, take a second to let us know. Hit that like button. Drop a comment with your story, or simply an emoji if words feel too big right now. And if you want more practical wisdom like this for real life after 60, go ahead and subscribe. This channel is built for you. This community, Everyday Seniors, isn't just about aging. It's about thriving. It's about learning, unlearning, and doing what works now, not what worked when you were 40. And if anyone ever makes you feel small for needing support, remember this. Strength isn't about doing everything alone. It's about knowing how to move wisely, protect your body, and keep showing up, day after day. So the next time you stand from a chair, or swing your legs over the edge of the bed, or catch yourself reaching for support, don't apologize. Smile. Because you're not giving up control. You're taking it back. And here's a little line to carry with you tomorrow morning, when the sunlight hits your pillow and it's time to rise. I move with grace. I rise with strength. My age is my wisdom, not my weight. You've got this, and we've got your back. See you in the next one.
Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It truly means a lot. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, please give it a thumbs up. share it with a friend or loved one who might benefit, and leave a comment below. We love hearing your thoughts and experiences. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest tips and uplifting advice for living your best life at any age. Now, if you're ready for more wisdom and encouragement, just click the video that's on your screen right now. It's packed with even more insights made just for you. Take care, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next one.